Assalamualaikum and greetings to the respected panels and all viewers. My name is Nursyafiqah Syahzanani binti Muhammad Nizam with student ID 2022947443 and my supervisor is Dr. Aisyah binti Kamaruzaman. So today, I'm going to present my Viva about phytochemical constituents from the twigs of Dipterocarpus kerrii. A bit introduction for the research background of this species is Dipterocarpus kerrii is one of the species under the genus of Dipterocarpus and a member of Dipterocarpaceae family, which mainly dominates the canopy of lowland tropical forests. The objective of this study are to isolate the phytochemical constituents from the twigs of Dipterocarpus kerrii using various chromatographic techniques and to characterize the isolated phytochemical constituents of Dipterocarpus kerrii using Fourier transform infrared, nuclear magnetic resonance, and ultraviolet visible spectroscopy. Meanwhile, the significance of these studies are to gain further information on the isolation of phytochemical constituents from the twigs of Dipterocarpus kerrii, and to add the chemical data of this species and contribute to the pharmaceutical and nutraceutical fields by enhancing the chemical profile and pure chemical compounds that can be further tested to biological activities. Dipterocarpus kerrii is a species of the genus of Dipterocarpus, which is a valuable timber that can be used for traditional purposes. One of the most important chemical constituents in this genus is the resveratrol oligomers class of compounds. However, there is very limited research on Dipterocarpus kerrii due to the decrease in their populations. Due to that, a study on the phytochemical constituents from Dipterocarpus kerrii is carried out to find other chemical constituents that will contribute to the chemical profile, as well as to further investigate the biological activity of the discovered chemical compounds. Let's get to know a little bit about Dipterocarpaceae family and Dipterocarpus genus. Dipterocarpaceae family has around 515 species divided into 16 genera and 3 subfamilies, which are Dipterocarpidae, Monotoideae, and Pacaromidae. On the other hand, Dipterocarpus genus is the third biggest genus out of 16 genera in the plant family Dipterocarpaceae that has at least 75 species and mainly distributed in the tropical regions. Among the species are Dipterocarpus retusus, Dipterocarpus alatus, and Dipterocarpus maudii. Moving on to Dipterocarpus species, it is well known as kerrii gondol among the local people in Malaysia and apiton in Tagalog. It was evaluated for inclusion on the 3 IUCN Red List of threatened species in 2017. Dipterocarpus kerrii is a species-rich genus that can be found in Asian evergreen and monsoon forests, mainly distributed in India, Indonesia, Laos, People's Democratic Republic, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. Dipterocarpus kerrii is well known for its valuable medium hardwood that has been used for traditional purpose. Among the local, and the oil from tree resin is commercially used to make fragrances and essential oil. The biological activities of this species are that its oleoresin can treat ulcer and can act as insect repellent. Recent studies has shown the antioxidant from the twigs of this species. Among the well-known chemical constituents of this species are alpha-glucosamine, gamma-glucosamine, myristin, and quercetin. The dried and ground twigs has undergone extraction in acetone at room temperature for 24 hours. The crude acetone extract was executed using VLC with solvent system and hexane and ethyl acetate. Fraction DK3 with the mass 1.19 gram was further isolated using column chromatography with solvent system and hexane and ethyl acetate to get compound DK31 with mass 3 mg and compound DK32 with mass 25.1 mg. Next, we will go through for the result and discussion for the two compounds DK31 and DK32. The result for UV spectrum in compound DK31 show two significant peaks at 267 and 336 nanometer indicates the characteristics of flavors and flavonols. The IR spectrum shows OH group at Vmax 3425. The vibration band at 1692 indicates the presence of carbonyl COO group and COC stretching from the center of the heterocyclic ring at 1264 to 1034. Elucidation hydrogen NMR spectrum of compound DK31 identified the presence of orthocoupled proton In ring B for two doublets at 7.01 ppm for H3' and 5' and 7.92 ppm for H2' and 6' regions. Next, there are also two doublets at 6.52 and 6.24 ppm for H6 and H8, which indicates the presence of metacarpal protons. Other than that, singlet at 6.63 ppm at H3 shows the presence of double bond in rings. Moving on to the illustration of 13 carbon NMR spectrum of compound DK31 at this shaded region, there is the presence of carbonic carbon indicated by the signal at 181.3. Two quaternary carbons indicates by the signal from 103.1 to 121.7, and four auxiliary carbons at 156 to 162 signals. The remaining carbons are mating carbons at regions 93 to 128. Based on the comparison of compound DK31 and the literature data, this compound DK31 was elucidated as epigenic. Next, the UV absorption for the compound DK32 shows two significant peaks at 228 and 345 nanometer indicates the characteristic of coumarin. In infrared spectrum of compound DK32, the peak at 3425 indicates the presence of OH group. The absorption at 1703 shows the carbonyl group and the presence of COC indicates at 1264. Based on the illustration on the hydrogen NMR, there are two doublets at H3 and H4 with their chemical shift at 6.17 and 7.86. Meanwhile, two single signals at 7.18 and 6.78 represented H5 and H8 respectively. There are also singlet signals at 3.38 ppm indicate the presence of methoxy group. The 13 carbon spectrum shows carbonyl ether at 113.4 region. At this shaded area, there are auxiliary carbons at region 143 to 150, two methane olefinic at 143 and 115, and two aromatic methane at 107 and 103. Meanwhile, there is quaternary carbon at 56 in shaded region. Based on the comparison of compound DK32 and the literature data, this compound was elucidated as cooperative. In conclusion, the phytochemical study of the crude acetone extract from the twigs of Dipterocarpus kerrii resulting in the purification of the two compounds, particularly epigenic and scopolamine. These compounds also are the first report in this species. The recommendation for future study is that the phytochemical analysis of this species should be continued to enhance the chemical profile of this species, and the bioassay of this compound should be evaluated to determine its bioactivities. These are the list of references that have been used for these studies. So that's all from me, and thank you.